Okay, we're in the business of converting irrational or not irrational, sorry. We're in the business of converting recurring decimals into fractions. So let's go ahead and have a look at this. So I'm going to have a shot at doing 2b. If you want 2a, I've done it in the previous example. So 2b is, it says b is 0.062 recurring, which of course means 0.0626262, and so on. So let's have a look at how we can do this. Really what we're wanting, of course, is to see 0.62 on its own. So if I was to multiply that by 1, 2, 3, by 1,000, let's see where we end up. So if I said that x was equal to 0.06262 and so on, and I was to say, well, let's multiply it by 1,000. Well, 1,000x, therefore, is equal to 62.6262. Now, of course, if we try to just subtract x from that, because remember, x is 0.06262, well, this wouldn't work out terribly well if we try and take away the 6 from the 2. This doesn't really cancel this out. We need to actually get rid of this whole thing. But if we were to make this 10 bigger, so in other words, not an x, but a 10x, then this would be 62.62 on top, but on the bottom it'd be 0.626262. So let's have a go at doing that. So 10x, therefore, must be 0.6262. Now you can see the value of this now, because if I have got 62.62 recurring, and I take away 0.62 recurring, I end up with 62. So in other words, 1,000x minus 10x will be 990x, and 62, blah, 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 minus 10x on this side is going to be just 62. So I can just now divide both sides by 990, and I'm left with x is equal to 62 divided by 990. Let's have a look what we got. 62 over 990, and we end up with 31 on 495. 31 on 495. Now, alternative way of doing that, of course, you could have just gone ahead and said, let's multiply it by, let's have a look. We could have done it by, let's say, no, I would have just done it that way. Yeah, no, that would be the best way to do it, I think. Ultimately, what you're trying to do is you're trying to cancel out the decimal portion. And to do that, we need an integer over here of some sort and the decimal portion. And we've got to get the rest of the decimal portion underneath and just subtract them. So whatever these two were, to make that happen on this side, subtract these two, and solve for x. And that's how we find our answer.